This is the Peak 2.0. We're building on the legacy of the Peak, which has been our best-selling trail bike for many years, and bringing it into the future with updates, integrations, and lots of safety. The Peak 2.0 is a 500-watt hub motor from Suntour. It maxes about 850 watts. Of course, it's a Class 3 e-bike like all Magnums, so you have a throttle to get up to 20 miles an hour, and with pedal assist, you can get up to 28. The torque sensor is a digital torque plate that senses rider input, so you can get a more technical and sensitive ride, but you can also toggle that on and off and make it like a cadence bike if you're having a lazy day or if you sprain your ankle. The Peak 2.0 is UL certified. The battery is UL certified, and the whole electric system on the bike is UL certified, so it's safe and also legal to ride anywhere in the US. The Peak 2.0 has some new standards for Magnum. A through axle front fork, meaning that the front end is nice and stiff and goes right where you steer it. We also have a really nice Suntour XCM 34mm fork. This has 140 millimeters of travel, but also has a 34mm stanchion. That means that the lower here is nice and thick, and this front end just inspires confidence. This is our most capable trail bike yet. When you're out on the trail, having a display up on the handlebar isn't good because it can break off. That's why we integrated the display into the top tube. It's also our most advanced display ever. Color, screen, and tons of adjustments in there. You can adjust the maintenance intervals to remind you of that. You can toggle on and off the torque. You can select different classes, class 3, 2, 1 for speed. You can even select a European class if you like to go slow. The Peak 2.0 has Tektro hydraulic disc brakes because these will just work for years with no fuss and no muss except changing the brake pads. The Peak 2.0 has a headlight that is 100 lumens, which is over twice as bright as the previous Peak. So you can see where you're going and be seen. In addition to that, it has the capability for a rear rack and a taillight. You can see I installed the rear rack on this Peak just to show you that you can really turn this thing into a city commuter with some off-road routes if you want to. The versatility of the Peak doesn't end there. You have your standard water bottle or accessory mount on the top tube, and you also have mounts up here, which makes it compatible with the Magnum front carrier. So you can have a basket up front and a rear rack on the back and carry all the stuff you need. These pedals are alloy, not plastic, which means you're gonna get years of use and the teeth won't scrape off. Where some brands may skimp on parts on the bike, we didn't. You'll find name brand parts almost everywhere, including this Sella Royale Ascenza Plus gel saddle. This is a really nice comfort trail saddle with a nice athletic position, but also the squish of gel. In addition to the gel saddle, the Peak 2.0 features an ergonomic lock-on grip. This reduces hand fatigue and numbness, giving you better control and more places to put your hands. The Peak features our new electric system you'll find on all of our new bikes this year and last year, meaning a Suntour motor made by Bafang. Also, more waterproof controller and electrical parts than you've ever seen on a Magnum before. We wanted the Peak to get you up any hill, whether it's in the city or on the trail. So it has a wide range drivetrain. That means the rear cassette starts with an 11-tooth small cog and a 48-tooth big cog. Huge range on this bike. That means the gearing for steep hills in the city or a trail is just what you need. The Microshift Advent X drivetrain also has a clutch derailleur. That means that your chain's not going to be slapping around, making noise, ruining your beautiful paint, or derailing. You can toggle the clutch on and off depending on what you want. The Microshift shifter is the Advent X Trail Pro, which means it has a silicone pad built into the shifter levers, giving you extra grip and comfort. The Peak 2.0 also has AirTag capability, with a unique place to put an AirTag on the bike that thieves won't know about. The battery on the Peak 2.0 meets the highest safety standards available right now, UL certified. It removes from the frame, even though it looks super integrated and sleek, by turning the lock core and depressing the button on top of the battery. That way you can make the bike lighter weight to transport. You can also charge the battery on or off the bike. And there's a handy carrying handle and a battery indicator on top of the battery to show the state of charge. The battery reinserts bottom first, pops into place, and you can charge it on the frame using this silicone charge port here, just making sure it's closed once you ride the bike. Where the rubber meets the road, you have the CST Patrol. We've used this tire before, and I like it because it's almost a mid-fat width. This is a 27.5 by 2.8, and I've known Magnum team members who've gotten 1,000 miles out of this tire with 0 flats. The Peak 2.0 comes in 3 stunning colors. We did some paint that reacts in the sun and did things we've never done before. I kind of can't decide which one's my favorite. I thought it was going to be the Magnum Blue, but then the blue stone out in the sunlight or with mud on it looks choice. And then there's also a really nice understated graphite. The Peak 2.0, our most capable head-turning trail bike yet.